Hi, my name is Nicole Camparisi. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and owner of Valley Nights Physical Therapy in Schoharie, New York. And today we're going to be talking about shoulder pain. If you've been told that you have a rotator cuff tear, shoulder impingement, tendinopathy, arthritis, bursitis, or simply wear and tear of your shoulder, then this video is for you. One of the biggest misconceptions that I see is that shoulder pain automatically means surgery, injections, or permanent damage that you just have to deal with. The truth is that many shoulder problems improve significantly with the right rehabilitation approach. Today, I'm going to share four things most people don't know about shoulder pain, why imaging doesn't always tell the whole story, and what successful recovery often looks like. Let's start with one of the biggest myths. One of the biggest misunderstandings about shoulder pain is assuming that MRI findings automatically explain the pain. Research shows that rotator cuff tears and abnormalities are completely common, even in people who have absolutely no shoulder pain. In fact, as we get older, it becomes increasingly common to see things like rotator cuff tears, tendon degeneration, arthritis, and bone spurs on imaging. But that doesn't mean that those findings are consistent with pain. The better question is not, what does the MRI show? It's, does the MRI finding actually match the person's symptoms, strength, movement, and function? At Valley Nights Physical Therapy, we treat people, not pictures. And that's good news because even when imaging shows a tear, many people still improve significantly without surgery. Before we move on, I want to tell you about someone I'll call Valerie. Valerie came to me after completing treatment for cancer. Thankfully, she was in remission, but she physically felt exhausted. Her shoulders were painful and incredibly stiff. She couldn't comfortably raise her arms above shoulder height. Sleeping hurt, doing her hair hurt, even opening the car door had become difficult. But what stood out most wasn't her pain. It was what she said during her evaluation. She told me that she just wanted to feel normal again. Not, I want a perfect MRI, not, I want to become an athlete. She simply wanted her life back. And honestly, that's what most people want. They want to sleep. They want to get dressed. They want to reach into the cabinet without pain or fearing that they're going to drop the coffee cup. They want to carry their groceries in. They want to stop thinking about their shoulder every minute of the day. So instead of focusing only on pain, we focused on returning to function. We worked on restoring her mobility, improving her strength, gradually increasing tolerance to everyday activities, and then rebuilding confidence in movement. And over time, things began changing. She could open the car door again without pain. She could do her hair comfortably again. She could put on a sweater without assistance. And maybe most importantly, she was finally sleeping through the night without shoulder pain. That is what successful recovery really looks like. Not perfection, but function and confidence and freedom. And Valerie's story leads directly into the next truth. Strength progression is often the missing ingredient. Many people have already tried something. They've tried rest, heat, ice, stretching, generic band exercises, YouTube workouts, but often they never progress far enough, or the exercises aren't specific to what their body actually needs. The shoulder doesn't simply need movement, it needs the right progression. Recovery typically follows several stages. First, we need to calm irritation and restore mobility. Then we can improve control, build strength, and finally return to real life activities. Many people stop somewhere around stage two. They stretch, they feel a little better, but then they plateau. The real progress happens when the body becomes strong enough to handle the demands of everyday life again. The missing ingredient usually isn't more rest, it's the right amount of progressive load. Many shoulder conditions improve without surgery, and your orthopedic is not going to tell you that. This surprises a lot of people. Many rotator cuff injuries, shoulder impingement issues, stiffness problems, and degenerative changes respond very well to conservative treatment. That includes progressive strengthening, mobility work, improving shoulder blade mechanics, reducing irritation, and probably most importantly, rebuilding confidence. The goal isn't creating a perfect MRI. The goal is sleeping comfortably, reaching overhead, lifting without fear, and returning to normal activities. And many people achieve these goals without surgery. That doesn't mean surgery is never necessary. It absolutely has a place, but many people have more options than they've been led to believe. The goal isn't really pain relief, it's resilience. This is one of the most important concepts that I teach. Pain relief is great, but pain relief alone isn't enough. The goal is building a shoulder that can tolerate the demands of life, a shoulder that can reach, lift, push, pull, sleep comfortably, and handle daily activities without constantly flaring up. Because if all we do is reduce pain temporarily, the problem often returns. The real goal is creating a body that is strong, capable, and resilient. That's where lasting results come from. So, what should you do next? If you've been struggling with shoulder pain, there are a few options depending on where you are right now. If you're comfortable working independently and simply want a structured place to start, I created the DIY Shoulder Relief Program or the Start at Home program. It includes a guided 14-day plan with exercise videos, printable resources, and simple strategies that you can begin using immediately. Option two is a pain and movement assessment. If you're not sure what's causing your symptoms or what your next step should be, you should start here. During this one-on-one session, we'll look at how you're moving, strength limitations, functional restrictions, and possible contributors to your pain, and will help to determine the best path forward. Option three is our Move for Life program. If your symptoms have been lingering, you've tried things on your own, or you're ready for more structured guidance, then this is often the best fit. This program is designed to help people move better, hurt less, and stay active long term through individualized progression and ongoing support. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. I hope this helped you understand that shoulder pain doesn't automatically mean surgery, permanent damage, or a lifetime of limitations. Many people simply need the right plan, the right progression, and the right support. And if you'd like help figuring out what your next step should be, you'll find links below to all of the available options. I look forward to helping you move better and feel better.